It's amazing how many people don't follow through. And so we want to know how to follow through with these commitments. That's what we're going to talk about today, because you have to follow through in order to accomplish those things that you really want in your life. These are the steps that we want to talk about, that we're going to figure out how we can become successful at the ideas or the goals we want to accomplish. Number one, you got to be self-aware. So you have to know what you want and what you want to accomplish. You can't just be wishy-washy. You have to decide on what you're going to accomplish, what it's going to be, and then that's the very first step. That's exactly what you want to be, is aware of what you're going to do. So write it down, figure out how you're going to do that. If you write down what you really, really want, what your heart desires, then that's the first step. Step number two, you have to be willing to change. After step one, you know what you want to do. But now comes the part where you have to be willing to make changes to accomplish what you decided you're going to go for in step one. So that's the big part in step two. Now in step two, you're going to get resistance. You're going to get resistance from friends, family members, maybe even yourself. And you have to just put that behind you. You cannot listen to the naysayers. You have to realize that this is something you've committed to. This is something you're going to go for. So always think about how you're going to accomplish it, and do not listen to those people. Now, part of that has to do with the comfort zone. You've been living your life in this comfort zone for so long that now you've decided, I'm done with the comfort zone. I got to do something better with my life. So it can be easy to fall back into that comfort zone. You can say, well, I've really tried, but have you? Keep trying to accomplish that goal that you started in number one. So step number three is you have to have intense focus. I know we touched on that a little bit in number two, but intense focus requires you to, like we said, stay out of that comfort zone and keep moving forward. When you focus on what you want to accomplish, everything you do, everything you take in, what you read, what you watch, all of that is going to focus on that desire to reach that goal, reach that dream job you're looking for, or to reach this specific kind of money you want to make. All of that has to have extreme focus. Step number four, you have to have a commitment. So of course we talked a little bit about that on number three, but there's going to come a point where you now change from this is something new to something that is a regular routine in your life. This is something you're doing on a constant basis. It's something you've committed to. And your goal, you may be halfway there now, but you see in the future how that's going to be accomplished because you're committed. You're doing that routine of reaching that goal. Level 5 is character. Now you're almost there. You've built the character that you're reaching for, whether it's a new goal, whether it's a job that you've been trying to get forever, or whether it's something that is going to help you in the long run. It's whatever that commitment that you started with number one, now you're getting there. And so you are going to be focused on that, and that character that you're building, that's who you want to be in your future. I'll never forget one time when I was a young man, I wanted to work for this company. That was my goal, to work for this company. So one day I walked through the guard shack or the place where all the employees, and I act like I was one of the employees. I picked up somebody's time card and I pretended like I punched it and then put it in the other rack, and I walked through and got to talk to the main supervisor. And he was like, how did you get in here? I said, oh, they just let me in. Eventually I got the job. I jumped the fence one time, got in, talked to personnel, and they said, how did you get in here? I said, oh, I just walked through the gate. You have to commit to what you want in order to get it. I worked for that company for almost 10 years. Great company to work for. And so that's the whole idea. You have to have commitment. Do whatever it takes to get your goal and accomplish it. Sometimes it takes years to get to that goal. That's why commitment is such an important aspect of this. In order to accomplish it, it involves time. And when you reach that goal, your confidence, everything about what you're doing is gonna be there. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Appreciate your time. Thank you for tuning in.